Welcome to our little corner of Normandy, where I and my extended family are trying to restore this lovely dovecot, 17th century, this lovely manor, and what used to be the loo in the old days. So those are the three buildings we have. My parents bought this in 1984, I think, and have been working on it ever since. It didn't help that we had a big fire in '99. We've restored it as best we could, but there's still a lot of work to do, with the added difficulty that, I mean, we're lucky to have it, but it's still a lot of work. This huge garden in front, we have a sort of potager in the back, and two very big fields for our animals. One there and one on the other side over there. It's big, you can't tell, but it's enormous. And a couple of drives. There used to be 4, one there and the other one over there behind the vehicles. So I don't even live here full time either. I'm here for all my holidays, and I have 2 small children who are going to be 4 and the other is 6 months old. So I only ever make videos while my son is taking a nap. Now, living here in this house full time are my mother, 2 of my brothers, and my nephew, my little nephew. My father died suddenly, very sadly, about 2 years ago now, September 2022. On top of it all being very sad, of course, there's the added difficulty that makes one person fewer working, mowing the lawn, something he liked to do, looking after the animals, looking after the finances. So we all do our bit now, but it has put us back a bit the last 2 years. I think the morale was a little bit low, so I'm going to try and pep it all up a bit through this vlog. So my father was a Frenchman, and is that funny? And he always tried to restore the house in the right materials and nothing too modern. I'm going to talk about the animals. We also have quite a few animals here. We have a cat, we have a dog, we have a donkey, 3 horses, and we have some bees as well. We used to have maybe 3 hives. We're down to 1, but no. I'd quite like to keep them going.
1 horse.
So here's the manor. It's absolutely beautiful. We've got a lot of stuff in front of the house because my brother's busy painting one of the sides of the gate at the end of the drive. We have the hoses out. My other brother repairs cars and things. It's not very tidy, but it'll get better. That's our pigeon tower, which I absolutely love. It has 16 sides, so it's quite rare in that respect. So I'm going to take you around into the back garden, because that's quite a big job on its own. We need to do a lot of mowing. We have lots and lots of interesting things planted here, but it's a big job, like all the rest. Unfortunately, the walls which used to exist along the side of our property, all along there, have fallen. The back one still exists along the back there, and the third one is also gone. But we have a nice rose, we have lots of raspberries here, yum. We have gooseberries, we have black currants, red currants and white currants. I'm just going to grab this. Yum. We have loganberries, we have pears, we have apples, rhubarb, strawberries, all sorts of things. And there's the lovely house. And my no less lovely daughter. And this is the loo. We call it the little house. And we haven't mown around it yet, but that's also work in progress. It's quite an amazing little building because it was literally just a loo. Maybe there used to be a guardian living up there on the first floor at some point, but we're not even sure of that. In fact, we have very little documentation concerning who built all this, who was at the origin, but we're looking through documentation in the archives. Well, that's my project for the next half hour, cleaning up around the little house with the help of the weed whacker. Well, that's as far as I got in exactly half an hour. So I'll have to do the rest with a proper lawnmower, but at the moment it's being repaired, so that's for later. Now the main reason I'm clearing around the little house is because someone is coming to see us later on to have a look at the staircase, which is in very, very bad condition. It needs repairing a bit. And you want to be able to access it logically. Raspberry picking with my mum. Look at the size of that. I was picking raspberries 10 minutes ago in the back garden, and it was so hot that I had sweat running down my back, so I'm using these 5 minutes just to walk down our beautiful drive to collect the letters. The whole thing takes about 10 minutes if I'm walking slowly with the children. It's quite an old drive. Well, it's the trees are quite old. We're not sure how old, but we'd like to say they're 200 years old. It's probably not true. So these lime trees, which make the drive, were cut. They were beheaded about that point there, years and years ago in the 80s, because they were at that time much higher even than the very highest point of the church, which is at the end of the drive. So somebody recommended that we just behead them, and rain got in, and now they're all rotten. In fact, all of them are empty inside, they're all hollow, and that's why they're also not very stable. And you can see that this big branch is going to fall off at some point. I mean, huge branches fall off every winter, every storm in fact, and you can have a storm at any time of year. So we're always out here either getting people to cut up pieces of wood or cutting it up ourselves. I love these old limes. They give a lot of shade, but they are quite dangerous, some of them. This one, for example, is completely lopsided. A lot of them need some work doing. Hello. You're gorgeous. This is my horse, Condor. He's 26. And he's in really good shape for a horse this age. I mean, horses do get older, but he's not looking bad at all. He has Cushing's, which is a bit of a bother, but apart from that, he's still rideable. I haven't ridden him for the last year because I was pregnant. It's not recommended, but I intend to again soon. And I think he's really looking forward to it. Aren't you, Chubby? That's our donkey, Percy. A lovely boy too. Percy! Hello, Percy. No cereals for you, I'm afraid. Hello. Gorgeous. Cotentin donkey. With a nice cross on his back. Isn't that lovely, huh? Good boy. You want a bit of a scratch as well, don't you? Percy seems to have hurt himself here a bit. Only something minor, but still, I'm going to go and put some blue spray on it. Off we go. Hello, Percy. No, this is Percy. This is for your own good, silly. Percy, can you come here? Percy. Percy, come on. Look, Percy. Come on, Percy, look. Look. Hello. What's up? Did he eat it?
Mm-hmm.
Yummy. He just had a small handful of nuts. He doesn't really need them, do you?
Can I smell the pears here?
Yes. Okay, Rachel.
My name is Eva.
So now my daily errand is to go and give my horse his little pink pill because he suffered some Cushing's, which a lot of you riders out there will recognize. Come on. Come on. Yum, yum, yum. Is that yummy? I'm lucky because he's had this ailment since 2017. I'll just try and squish a couple of horrible horseflies. He's had it since 2017 and he has to take this medicine, which he actually stands quite well. A lot of horses don't. He's not looking too bad for 26. Hey, Condor. Is Percy following us back, Rachel?
I get back to Granny house, Percy.
Yes, we're going to Granny's house. Well, this is the first summer's day I've spent in Mortiers this year, and it's been absolutely beautiful weather. Blue sky, birds singing, beautiful house with lovely lighting in the background. Good night.